I'm the poet and composer Andrew Lloyd Fry, and today I'm going to be talking about my poem for J.W.F. This is from my book, Some Things Scattered Around. This is the very last poem, so there's 3 sections, and this is like the afterword. So it feels like the other poems are kind of this building thematic, kind of loosely thematic, and this one is just kind of goes somewhere different. That's why I wanted it in the afterword versus in one of the sections. So first off, the title for J.W.F, James William Fry. So this is my brother. He did the photography. Oh, let's see. He is the photographer for the book. And I wanted to write a poem for him, about him. And he's a brother that my whole life I've been very close to. So a very important relationship to me. So the context for this poem, it's a story about being in Colorado with him. And we woke up one morning, we're staying in a cabin, and we see a mountain peak in the distance, and literally it's just like, okay, we're gonna start walking and we're gonna hike to that peak. So a little bit like Roosevelt point-to-point walk kind of thing. So I think we took like 1 water bottle and like 2 apples, and it's just like, oh yeah, this would probably take us like an hour. And we keep walking and we keep walking, and we're getting more and more tired, and we keep thinking, like, okay, we're close, and then, we get past the next thing, and then there's like another huge ravine, and it's like hours of us walking. So like we literally thought this was gonna be like a 2-hour thing, and we're like 6 hours into walking. We still haven't made it to the top. So and there's been like so many times where it's like, okay, it's just over this hill or just over this thing, and it was literally like 10 times where like that was just completely wrong, and you get over the hill and you see that it's like way further away. So for me, this poem is, number one, just about like my relationship with my brother and the adventure, and both of us being like people, both like our strength and our weakness of like, oh yeah, we'll just go out and like just walk to that peak, which is like completely not a good idea. But also, so that's like the very base kind of symbolism of this poem. Just this event happened in this relationship. The other piece, kind of the deeper level symbolism, is how many things in life are like that, and how many things are harder and longer than you think. Pretty much everything, like everything that's really worth it, is harder. So my dad said growing up, like, oh, if there's a project, like a house project, and you think it'll take 30 minutes, double it. It'll take an hour. There's another business guy, and he says, times it by 10. Whatever you think it'll be, times it by 10. And if it's less than that, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So some of that idea in there, kind of like, yeah, most of the things in my life, I did not think it would be this hard. And so that's kind of the lower level of symbolism there. Okay, so again, this is for J.W.F. from my book, Some Things Scattered Around. We pointed to a peak and started, which is our glory and our shame. But as we walked, it too is moving, always staying at least one more ravine away, again and again and again till our water was gone. And as we drank from the mountain stream, you told me they would say this isn't safe. Then we all started moving again, all 3 of us, again and again. And again, another cycle of ignorance exposure, till we made it above the trees and it reached out its hand to pull us up, to pull me the last 20 feet. But I couldn't risk another mirage, and I sat with my hands in my pockets, refusing to move. But you were the one who didn't want to stop.